I was a really curious kid, so I first remember drawing when I was 5 in school. And from there, I just kept at it. Subject matter changed over the years, and eventually I just landed on drawing a lot of animals, and I ended up doing cartooning. And I did a cartoon panel for many years when I was in college, and that was kind of a springboard for a lot of my illustration work. I do with the watercolor work and the printmaking, because the paintings end up becoming the imagery for the block printing that I do with the linoleum blocks. And they're directly traced from the painting. But really it all originates in the drawing and the watercolor. So that's the ground zero of all the imagery. Most illustrations I do tend to work pretty fast. But if I'm working on something in the 8x10 range, an hour to 3 hours. And then if I'm doing like a much bigger piece, I mean, I can spend, 10 to 20 hours on something. Anything I'm working on starts out with multiple sketches. Sometimes I fill up a few pages just to get one thing. So I do a lot of loose drawing, and then I transfer that over to the watercolor paper, do the underdrawing, paint, and then I draw more on top. So probably do about 4 to sometimes up to 10 different passes on the painting. So then when I transfer over to the printmaking, I'll just trace that painting with tracing paper, and I reverse it and transfer it to the block and do the carving from there. And then I try to match up the colors to the painting, but it's a simplified manner. So these are letter presses. These are tabletop clamshell letter presses. And I have some wood type the old style of printing, but what I mainly use it for is the block print. And it just has to be a certain height. So that's a hobby press, but the 2 big ones are commercial presses. And these particular models were used a lot in high school graphic arts classes. Both of them actually came from auctions from high schools. So they have been used a lot over the years, and then sat for a while, and then I brought them back to life when I got them. Big thing for me, it's actually something I've been thinking about lately, is maintaining the playfulness and that's a big thing. Is like, I definitely have like a cynical side, but I still want to have that playful component. So a lot of my work does bring people joy, and they enjoy it. I've been doing actually the printing for almost 20 years. So I've built up a body of work from that, and it's developed quite a bit over the years. So there are some people I've known for a long time that have followed it. And last year I was actually doing a series, the Dragon and the Tiger. I did every animal from the Chinese Zodiac. It was in about a 3-month period where I was doing them pretty regularly. So it just got to be where it's almost like a serial thing where I was doing them, people were waiting for the next one. When I moved to York a little over a year ago, one of my big goals was to get a little storefront space, a print space, studio space, gallery. It's kind of like a hybrid. After a while, I realized it was going to be tricky to make happen, and then this just popped up, and I took it within 5 minutes. And so I'm still kind of getting the space together how I want it to feel, but it's pretty much all there right now. So I have it open and flexible where I'm going to start doing printmaking workshops. I can be in here late at night working. I also host a weekly art night, and it's an open few hours on a Thursday night. And it's usually small groups, but I'm getting some momentum with that. That's just strictly a community thing for, a time for people to create and just not worry. Part of moving here, I needed a place that was a little quieter and smaller to focus on my work and to kind of rebuild my art career. I had a period where I wasn't able to create as much and as regularly. I'd been connected here for, 12, 13 years, and visited on and off and got to know the art community, and then it ended up just working out to where this was a place that I already had enough. It was a leap, but it was a calculated leap, I guess I should call it.
For more from Mosaic, please like and subscribe to the channel or check out another video. To help support this project, please visit witf.org/mosaic.